I'm very partial to stopping off at a lovely cafe and having a cup of tea and a cheeky cake as well. And I've seen some lovely places along the way. So this is Brewy of You. I'm eager for discovery and up with the lark today as I board the luxurious MV Hamnavoe, the first ferry from the Orkney Islands, where I'll enter the Highlands and meet the sunrise in Thurso, the most northerly town on the Scottish mainland. Thurso is a great place for wandering. Walk along the river and take Victoria Walk along the coast. Stroll along the beach. There's fabulous artwork both inside and out in Thurso. Check out the ruins of Thurso Castle. See the beautiful Masonic Lodge. And St Peter's Kirk is a must-see with its stunning tracery window. And if you get a bit chilly from all that time outside, be sure to stop into one of the fabulous cafes for a brew and a blether with the warm and welcoming locals. I'm following part of the North Coast 500 route down to Inverness, but it will be a few days before I get there, as there's plenty to see before then. Castle Sinclair at Gurnagoy in Wick, East Highlands, is a great photo stop, though a cautionary tale of bad debts and earldom. A couple of days break in Wick, which starts with a lovely wander along the river, enjoyed the Memorial Gardens, and headed into Old Pulteney Town. Designed by Thomas Telford, I discovered hidden art around every corner. Great statues, lovely fountains. Wick definitely feels unassuming. I really enjoyed soaking up the vibe here. It was great to get a glimpse of the old herring industry in Old Pulteney Town, with the old phrases engraved onto paving stones as you walk the streets. And one of the greatest highlights was a tour and tasting at Old Pulteney Distillery, with a smooth and very enjoyable product being offered here. And what better way to end the day with a fish and chips supper by the harbour. Just outside of the main town, enjoy a morning hike to the old Castle of Wick ruins. It's a military firing range though, so don't pick a firing day, and check out the Brig Sea Stack. Plenty more photo stops as I continue making my way down the east coast from Wick to Dingwall. Golspie for a photo op at Dunrobin Castle, and beautiful Berrydale in its stunning autumn colours and natural beauty. Stopped at Ballintor, the lovely seaboard village, to see the serene Mermaid of the North, before making my way to lovely Bewley with its local shops and the stunning ruins of Bewley Priory. After a morning poke around Dingwall with its lovely parish church, museum and some great knitted Halloween postbox cosies, I head for Urquhart Castle amidst the stunning scenery of Loch Ness. Eventually leaving the quiet countryside for a brief taste of city life in Inverness for a brief look around the Victorian market. There's something for everyone at the food hall. Then it's time to leave the city and get back to nature for a few days as I rock up at the Cairngorms National Park. Great to breathe in the forest air, thick with pine. Time for a mini hike in the sunshine and have a walk along the beach, which has stunning views over the Cairngorm mountain range. I think I'm roughly 1/3 of the way down Scotland now. I've done about 240 miles. Made the most of a misty morning as I head up the mountain railway. Bought some Cairngorm gin to try and relaxed in the lovely Ptarmigan restaurant, which has a great range of food and cakes to enjoy. Super autumnal hike around Lake Morlick. One of the best drives from Cairngorms to Glenfinnan and Fort William in the West Highlands. Breathtaking scenery, mirror lochs at Lagan, stop at Lagan Dam. Stopped at a viewpoint to see the Ben Nevis mountain range. The namesake being a bit shy that day, the summit hiding behind fog. Finally made it to Glenfinnan. This is the gift that keeps on giving. Hiked the viaduct trails for incredible views of the famous viaduct, both from the Scottish £20 notes and the Harry Potter films. We were rewarded with a train passing. Hike a little bit extra to see the Loch Shiel viewpoint. I think I've gotten too swept away with the wizarding angle here, because does this upturned tree root look like a Dementor waving a wand to anyone else? Lovely cafe. I'm super excited for a one-night stay in a luxury glamping pod in front of the beach in Onich. Pure bliss. Day 7, and I'm officially leaving the Highlands as I head onwards east again to Stirling and Edinburgh. I stop off to see the magnificent Kelpies and then park up for a few days in Edinburgh. 3 days of glorious food and drink, of spectacular monuments and buildings, one awesome Scotch whisky experience, and falling in love with a wonderful tea room. Day 10, and I'm leaving Edinburgh and heading west again. I'm eager to check out the famous graffiti castle at Kelburn in Ayrshire. Hiked the trails for incredible views over the Clyde estuary, Arran, Bute, Great Cumbrae and Little Cumbrae, and in the distance the Kyles of Bute, the Cowal Hills, and the north end of the Kintyre Peninsula. Great glens, wonderful waterfalls, and the castle with its famous Brazilian graffiti art was fabulous. I take a few days respite in Ayrshire, and I continue to head south along the west coast to Culzean Castle. Pool country walks give you a great overview of the estate, saw stags at the deer park, wandered in the walled garden, and had some delicious food at the Home Farm Cafe, and they've also got a great gift shop. Scotland. Beaches, mirror lochs, forests, mountains, peaceful glens, great food and drink. What could be better?